Welcome to FX Street. Today we're going to be talking about Polkadot price taking a breather before rocketing 45%. But before we dive deep into the technicals, please make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Twitter at FX Street Crypto to be updated on the hottest trends in the cryptocurrency space. If we look on a daily chart towards Polkadot rather, we see that we're still trading quite far off that famous $55 handle that we had in 21, and as for now we still need to do it with half the price of that. And to make matters even worse, if we drill down a little bit further into price action today, we will see that that's uptrend that has been moved or has been launched since beginning of March is starting to wobble a little bit. But all in all, that does not need to mean that there is any risk or any big turnaround, because all in all, as we will see, we have quite some support nearby around this $20.50, for example. You have this historical pivot and the monthly pivot, which could easily support a bounce back, and that bounce back could easily go all the way up to this green ascending trend line and put it back up there. Here we go. So this is a trade I favor the most for the moment, although it could well be seeing the severeness of the current situation, because overnight cryptocurrencies have been trading down a little bit due to the fact that the Fed central bank has been coming out a little bit more hawkish, and together with that we have some tail risk from the EU, who is joining together with the UN finance ministers today in order to discuss further sanctions against Russia. So, and that could mean that possibly Russia could come out as well with counter sanctions, and we get a bit more hit for that. In that case, expect possibly to see a further deepening first towards $19, for example, and that would mean then as well that the RSI dips a little bit further. We could even see all the way a bounce towards a drop, towards that $17 handle, but that would mean by then that the RSI is trading nearly oversold. So expect then a quick ramping up of the price, because due to the fact that bears will quickly want to take profit, and that would mean then a shot through the roof as the buy side demand would explode with both investors, short-term bulls, and those bears and short sellers coming in to take profit on that. So all in all, it's almost inevitable that dot price action cannot jump another at least 25%, but me myself, I have a roughly 45 to even 50% on the docket with this 31 handle coming in place, simply because of the reason that if we look, we've made new highs here against the highs of February. So that means for April, that this was on April the 1st. So let's consider this still being in a momentum of March. So that means we could see rather this a pullback now, and then an overshoot all the way up to this $32 handle, which is a monthly R3. So that looks more of a playbook trade for me for this coming month in Polkadot. As said already, risk to the downside, $17. I do not see any further big risk, but should there be any, what possibly could be in the cards is the fact that this continues all the way down to $10, for example, but that then would mean that on the background that the geopolitical situation gets even more dire, and we might see then sort of division in forces between US, EU, and Great Britain and Australia against, for example, China and Russia joining forces or anything like that. I think that then would be the trigger to push DOT back to $10. But for the moment, I don't see that anytime soon. So instead, this rather looks to be a trade to the upside with a pullback for a perfect entry to go long. That's it for Polkadot. Please remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Twitter at FX Street Crypto.